What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Culture Godz. I am the Herald, Mike Nix, and I'm just got done watching the Penguin episode 2. I watched it yesterday, so I'm coming in here to let y'all know what I think about the Penguin. So far, man, the Penguin is better than I expected. Everything I've always wanted in a fucking DC, I don't know, backstory for the rogues gallery of, I hate using the word rogues gallery for the Batman universe because that really only applies to the Flash's city. Like, he has a rogues gallery of villains. I guess Batman does too. But anyway, I'm digressing here. Episode 2 of the Penguin, we're diving a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Oz's mom. So we start with Oz's mom, and she's suffering from dementia. And you can kind of see that in the first episode, when they're, talking. You can tell she's not well. You can tell she's older, and maybe it's just old age, but you can also tell that she's just not doing good. Her and Oz's relationship are super tight. This is like the classic mother-son relationship where she can't let him go, and he's doing everything he can to take care of his mom, which is how he ends up in the streets, doing all the shit he does, which, kind of I can relate to the real life. You do what you got to do for your family, whether it's you got to rob, steal, get a 9-to-5, whatever it is you got to do in the meantime, whatever the quickest way is to come up, so he's been out there doing his thing. Apparently Oz had 2 brothers in the series. And so this is where I love that DC's taking this shit serious. Like, they're not just throwing some shit together. And I know in the comics that, they've already kind of played around with, oh shit, I gotta make sure this cord is together, y'all. Hold on, okay. There's backstory to the Penguin already. But he's got 2 brothers. Apparently they're dead. And, this is where you start to have some real sympathy for Oz because, he's taking care of his mom, and you can tell that, they're really close, and he's just a man in dire need of just getting his mom out of that situation and getting himself out of, it's like he don't even give a fuck about himself no more. Like, everything he's doing is in relation to trying to get his mom in a better situation. Like, she keeps saying little things like, you always, you're my son, you're my pride and joy, and I always, you made a promise to me that you were gonna get me out. And he's like, yeah, mama, I got you, and the look on his face and the expression. And it's crazy because with all the prosthetic and everything and the makeup and all that they did to Colin Farrell to make him look like the Penguin, you can still see the expression in his eyes and in his face. That's good ass acting, but he's going to set up the Falcone shipment to be robbed. And so he's got this kind of double cross, double agent type thing going on where he's working for the Falcones, but he's also, I think he's working for the Maroonies. I think he's working for that family too. So again, he's doing whatever the fuck he is that he's got to do to come up. If he's got to double cross some people, get them shooting at each other, set up this shipment. So he sets up this caravan that's got a bunch of trucks with a shipment because I think he's got to move up his warehouse is what it was. They told him you got to pack your shit up and get the fuck on out of there. Well, he's got a play where he's going to basically set everything up to, make it look like an actual staged robbery, but he's in on it the whole time. In the process, some of the dudes he was with, well, he ends up killing some of them, but one of the dudes ends up getting taken by the Falcones for questioning. Basically, they snatched this dude straight out the hospital. Like, this nigga had an IV in his arm, still had his fucking medical gown and shit on, and so they get him, snatch him up, kidnap him, got him in the basement. And so shit starts to go left at that point. Now, I will say this. Sophia Falcone, this could just as well be a Oswald / Sophia Falcone series because they're really focusing in on her on this episode. Now, the bitch crazy as fuck. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, she is She's end up doing a prison stint, and I think because of the flood and everything that happened in Gotham, around that area of Gotham, they had to release some of the prisoners, and they ended up releasing a lot of the prisoners, and a lot of them were fucking nuts, psychos. And I think this is where it's telling the backstory of how Gotham got so fucked up in the first place and why they need a Batman, right? So she's locked up for, I think she was a serial killer, and she killed like 7 women. And now that she's out, you can see her struggle. They're kind of showing her, trying to acclimate back into normal society. And it's tough for her. Like, she's eating fucking like a goddamn pig, man. Like, she don't give a fuck how she eats, stuff in her face full of food all the time. Like, I guess she's not used to, having outside food because you've been locked up the whole time, right? You've been in prison. So, getting back to eating real world food. Everywhere she goes, people looking at her like she's crazy, because she is fucking crazy. And it's not like she's even rehabilitated. She goes right back into the family business. She's right back there with her uncle, kidnapping, murdering. Like, there was even a scene where when Oswald sets up one of the dudes to make him look like he killed the guy that was in the basement, the guy that they kidnapped for questioning. Oz killed that guy because he knew that the Penguin set the whole thing up. So Sophia was basically going to question the dude like, yo, there's a rat. Who's the rat? And the guy was going to pretty much tell him like, hey, it was Oz. Well, Oz goes down there to try to talk to the guy like, hey, man, look, wake up. He's sedated and shit. Like, hey, man, listen, tell these niggas it was not me. Tell them it was somebody. It was this other guy. You know what I'm saying? Dude was all for it. He was like, all right, cool. And the dude was like, hey, man, you do this for me, and I help you out, Dude was cool. But at the same time, Oz was trying to get the young bull, Victor, to plant some diamonds. Well, Victor, he ain't all there, man. He's not really with it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, he was going to do it, but then he got snatched up by the security or one of the bodyguards outside or whatever. So they end up chasing him. It fucks up the whole play. So when they fucked up the play, Oz had to fucking call an audible, basically, So he was like, damn, man, I was gonna try to talk some sense to this nigga and tell him to not snitch on me. He was all for it. And he looked at the dude like, hey, yo, plans change, bro. So he takes out his knife, kills the dude. And once he kills him, there's blood everywhere. And then he ends up setting up another guy to take the fall for that. But Sophia Falcone, though, she's they're giving her a bigger role in this, and I love it. It looks like she's probably gonna end up rising up and becoming the head of the Falcone family. I don't know yet, but it seems like that's what's gonna happen. And Victor too. So this episode focused in a little bit on Victor. They're piece by piece are showing, different sides of the other characters too, which I love, because that helps shape the world while we're watching the shit. It's like, we're not just focusing on Oz and his struggles, and he's got some struggles, but Oz kind of just don't give a fuck at this point, but you can tell there's some internal turmoil going on, and this show is doing such a good job so far at humanizing all the characters and showing that there's struggle there regardless. They're not just flat out evil people. Gotham City isn't just, a bunch of villains just appeared out of thin air and they were just all bad guys and that's how it happened. Oz is really fucked up, but he's got a good heart in a way. He just was raised in a fucked up in a tough area and it fucked him up. But Victor is also fucked up, but he's younger. He's got a speech impediment. You could tell he's got a good heart, because sometimes Oz would ask him to do some shit and he'd be like, but yo, you think that's a good idea? Like, I don't know if we want to really do. And I was like, yo, you either with this shit or you not. And there's even a scene toward the end of the episode, but because Victor fucked shit up, two people end up getting killed because of Victor's fuck up, basically. If he'd have stuck with the plan and done that shit quick and got in and out of there, you know what I'm saying, things would have went smooth. But because he didn't, 2 people end up dying. So Oz ends up having to bury the 2 guys, and he makes Victor lay down in the pit that the hole that he dug with the 2 bodies for a minute, and gives him a little speech, basically saying, hey man, listen, this is what happens when you fuck up. When you fuck up, you end up like them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to catch 2 bodies because of your stupid ass, But Victor's a good kid. He's trying, but I do think that one or two things is going to happen. Either he's going to turn on Oz at one point, or he's going to become another Oz. He's going to become another Penguin, another villain. I don't know which way it's going to go. I haven't really tapped into the comics in a long time to know if there is a backstory with Victor. So if you do know more than me, man, get down in the comment section and let me know, and let everybody else know. But it's good to see that they're honing in and focusing on other characters too outside of the Penguin. And it looks like Sophia trusts Oz now. You know, she was kind of looking at him side eye like, yo, my nigga, I know you got something to do with my brother's murder, but, you know, I'm gonna keep my eye on you. And she almost had him, you know, but, you know, he was thinking quick on his feet. I mean, man's street smart, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like Sophia trusts him now. So we'll see what happens in episode 3. Also, I'm starting 100 days of uploads starting today. I just wanted to put that out there. So we're going to shoot for one video every day for the next 100 days. It should put us at around December 8th. We'll see how far I can get. I'm going to try to crank out as many videos as I can. Also, we're going to keep it raw dog. Pause. You know, the editing style, you know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit of time. I love doing the editing. That's like my favorite part of the videos, for real. But we're gonna try to get out as much content as we can over the next couple months. But thank you for staying tuned and pulling up again with your boy. And I'll see y'all in the next video.